In the comments of so many of my other Loomian Legacy videos, you guys have asked a lot of questions. So in this video, I want to help answer all of your questions, such as how to get all the starters, how to catch Dusket, how to find Route 4, how to get booster tokens, how to identify the type of Loomian that you've got, how to tell the size, how to evolve them, and how to view advanced stats, and how to get gleaming, and even more answers. So stick around if you guys have any questions about Loomian Legacy that you need to be answered. Yo guys, so there are so many things here in Loomian Legacy that I thought a lot of people just kind of knew about, but there's a lot of these questions that just keep popping up, the same questions over and over. So I'm going to address these questions. So one of the first questions that I do get quite a bit is, how do you get all of the starters? You guys may have seen my video where I had all of the starters. If you look over here, I can show you what I've got over here. We've got several Duskets here. We're going to be giving those away during live streams once we have trading available, and we've also got gleaming. We're going to tell you guys how to get those as well. But yeah, so we're going to show you right here. We've got all of these starters, and they're fully evolved to the second evolution. But people know that you can just get one of them for free when you start the game. Now, in order to get more starters, unfortunately, it costs Robux. If you're here in the laboratory, you see this guy over here, you can come and talk to him, and then he would say, are you interested in purchasing another Loomian? And then you say yes, and then you can take a look at which one that you want, and you can basically pick another Loomian. You can go through and you can buy each of them, and they cost another 50 Robux each. So if you want to do that, you do this, and then it basically asks you, do you want to spend 50 Robux in order to do this? Alright, so that is how you purchase other Loomians. Now, you guys are probably wondering how to evolve them. So they all of these Loomians, some of them evolve at different stages. For example, all of these starters, they have their first evolution stage at level 18. So in order to level up, what you have to do to level up is go and you have to have battles. Every time you have a battle, you get experience points. And every time you get experience points, you slowly level up each of your Loomians. So these ones, they are the starters. The starters actually just, they level up at level 18, and then their second evolution at level 34. So once you get them all to level 34, then you can have all of the starters there, and you can have them all at the second evolution cycle. Next question a lot of people ask about, how do I get Dusket? They don't know how to get Dusket. Well, if you've gone through the whole story, we're just assuming that you've gone through and you've beat the first gym, but after you go through the Gale Forest and there's part of the story, you encounter a corrupted Dusket, which is supposed to be the guardian of the Gale Forest. When you beat it, you get yourself a shard, which is a cool little item. We're going to show you how to equip those and everything. So once you get that shard, then you can there's Duskets in the wild, and you can find them anywhere. So in all these tall grasses, in different places, in Route 1, in the Gale Forest, in Route 3, you see all the tall grass. And then the tall grass is where you run into things in the wild. Now, every now and then, 1 in 1,000 encounters, it's supposed to be 1 in 1,000, I believe, you should run into a Dusket. So Duskets are pretty rare. You're usually going to run into basic types. It's like, you know, when you guys are hatching eggs in other games, there's a common, there's rare, there's uncommon, there's very, very rare. Basically what it comes down to is the Dusket is rare. Eventually, if you just keep trying, you'll run into them. Now, you can also use Loomy Boost to kind of help your chances. So I think it's considered a roaming. So corrupt are the ones that have, they're corrupt, they're a different color, they're usually dark colored. All you have to do is defeat those ones. You can't catch them, you have to defeat them, but then you get a cool shard that you can use as an item to level up one of your Loomians. But when you turn up the roaming, you can actually use these boosters to increase your chances, multiply it by 4. So that is running into the Dusket. He's a little rare, so if you guys keep working at it, eventually you'll hopefully find one. I've found several of them, as you saw in my inventory earlier, so those are going to be going to you guys, though. Those are going to go to you guys, as well as the gleamings. Alright, and speaking of the gleaming, let's go over the gleaming Loomians. Now, you see how this guy's got all these little white particles around him? He's got all those little white particles, and usually you'll see that the colors are different. We've got some other gleamings in here, and we'll show you how the colors on those look compared to the other ones, and how to tell if you've got a gleaming. Apparently, we've got alpha, and we've got some gamma gleaming. We have not seen gamma gleamings yet, so we don't know really what they look like. But here, for instance, this is a gleaming Geklo. If you open him up, you can see he's not the color of normal Geklos. They'll have those particles when you see them out in the wild. They'll have those little particles on them. So if you see a different colored Geklo or other Loomian out in the wild and they've got those little particles, try to catch them. I'll show you how to catch them. And it'll also say alpha there by that if you want to be able to do that. So gleamings, they are kind of rare as well. They are, I believe, are also 1 in 1,000 or even less. So again, it's about encountering them in the wild. You go out in the wild and you just try to find encounters, and eventually one that you run into will be gleaming, and hopefully you can catch it. You're going to want to make sure that you have in your bag some of the Loomian, the capture discs. Let me see what's in here. So the let's go to items. Let's see, key items. Let's see, discs. So what you need is you're going to need capture discs. Capture discs, you're going to have to level them down. You got to fight them just a little bit. You don't want to kill them, so try not to kill them. I recommend trying to get a pretty strong Geklo and use the spare move. We'll show you that. Or if you have ace discs, you can get those for 50 Robux. But ace discs mean that you will catch it definitely. If you throw an ace disc at a Lumen, you will catch it for sure. So if you go into one of these Loomian places, if you want to know how to heal your Loomians, you can heal your Loomians. See these green things right here? You can heal your Loomians right in there. You put them in there, and then they've got their power back, and they're good as new. So now we can come back over here in this place. If you want to swap your Loomians, this is the place to do it. You can come in here and you can kind of swap these out. But let's see over here. See this one right here? We go to summary and battle, and we got this move. It's called spare. So this move, it says you will strike a foe but leave them with at least 1 health point. So you will strike the foe, leave them with 1 health point, so you won't kill them. So you want to try to get a Geklo, catch it at some point, and try to have that spare move. Have him be pretty strong. Then you can usually have pretty good luck at catching them with just the regular discs. So if you want to buy discs, see this guy here in the Loomian stores. You can go in there, click on browse, and then capture discs. You can buy these with the money that you earn from different battles. You can get money from doing battles over and over. You can also buy the money inside of here by spending Robux if you want, but you can also just get it through the battles, and you can use those. The ace discs, these cost Robux. You can't get it with the in-game currency. You have to spend Robux in order to get that one, unfortunately, so that's the way to get that one. Again, touching back on the gleamings, there is another Loomy boost here. You can multiply it by 16. Actually, I think it's even less than 1 in 1,000, because if that's multiplying it by 16, I would see more gleamings. So I think it's even lower stats to find gleamings. They're not necessarily more powerful than other ones, they're just rare. So, but if you want to, you can get 15 minutes of times 16 chances with one of these tokens. Now, you're wondering maybe how to get these Loomy tokens. Some of them are hidden in the game. There's actually 2 that you can get for free. One is in Route 3. If you go to the right and you go up to the top, there's a case there. And then there's another one in Midas Town after you get a gleaming of your own and you talk to somebody in the house that is next to the bridge. But then there's also other ways to get those. Is you can spend Robux. So you can buy, you can spend Robux to get these, and then you can basically pay to get the boosters to increase your chances for that. And hopefully there's going to be more of these free ones that they have coming here in the future and future updates. Now, some other questions we've got. People have wondered, how do I identify the type of Loomian that I have? So if you go to your Loomian and you click on him, right here, this is the type. There's, so this guy right here, the Sandusky, my Dusket, is a Spirit type and a Mind type Loomian. If you want to, you can check any of them. Like this right here, the Geklo is Electric and Light type. So they'll generally get those kind of moves assigned to them. Simba right here, my Luxor, is a Light type. And over here, we can see, let's see, the Swolder is a Bug and a Toxic type. Usually you can kind of assume what type they're going to be. If they look like a bug or something, they're probably bug. But there's personalities here too. I did make a video that explained how to tell how the personalities affect all of these guys. So there's going to be links to all these videos that are going to help you out. So make sure you subscribe. You've got the videos that teach you how to do training and how to do all that stuff. As far as training goes, another thing people have asked, how do I see these stats? How do I see these TP stats? There's a game pass. So if you go to the front and go to the store, see right here, I've got all of these game passes. I already had these from Pokemon Brick Bronze, and good thing, I'm just glad that these carried over. Advanced Stat View. This is the one right here. That's 50 Robux in order to get that one. So that is how you get the advanced stats over there. So, alright, so now the next one, a lot of people have been kind of wondering, how can you tell the size? Because each of these Loomians actually have their own little size. So if you want to see what size it is, if you go over here, see this little arrow right here? This arrow, there's different sizes. There's like 3 up and there's 3 down. So this is 1 up, basically. Let's try to look at some other sizes, see if we've got anything else here. This is 1 size up as well. The Dusket I have right here, it doesn't have any of those symbols, so it's neither like big or small, it's just medium size is the size of that one. This one over here, 1 size up as well. Let's see, all of these guys are just 1 size up. It's better to be 1 size up. Now this Florent right here from the ANSI is 2 up, so there's 1, 2, you can see, but sometimes it'll be 1, 2, and then there's a big thing right there that says that it's really, really large, or sometimes it's pointing down and shows that it's really, really small. I've actually got some Duskets. Most of my other Duskets, I've got one that's really, really small. Another question that I've been asked fairly often by you guys is how to get to Route 4. Where's Route 4? Nobody knows how to get to Route 4. Well, at this point, there's no updates, so I can show you where to get to Route 4, but you can't exactly go in there yet. So here in Sylvan City, there's the gym. Hopefully you guys have already gone to the gym, you've defeated the gym leader, and you've gone through the whole story and everything. You saw Jake from a different universe. Now you go around the side over there and see this door over here. This is the door behind the gym that goes to Route 4. So right now it's under construction. We can't go through there at this point. This person says it's currently under construction, so it should be available soon, and then we should be able to get our way to, I think, up to Brimber City, which will be a fire type. So make sure you get a Dripple and you get some water type that's ready to go, and you will be nice and strong when it comes time to going to Route 4. So now what we're going to talk about is the items. There's several different items. Now, remember that first corrupted Dusket that you ran into and you killed it, and you got one of those? Well, there's other corrupteds that you can run into in the wild, and it could be a corrupted Geklo or Twiddle, any sort of corrupted Loomian, and when you defeat that one, you get another shard, and the shard is going to show up in your items. So let's see what we've got over here. I think some of these guys I have shards and items assigned to them, so let me just double check. So for example, right here, my Zulong, he's double size big, really, really cool. He's got a speed shard. So he's got a shard going, and he's got that assigned to him. So if you guys have items in your inventory, you go to items, and then you guys will have items here, either, let's see, right here, items. So right now, this one's empty. Let me just switch one over and show you a little bit how to do this. Okay, so when I'm in one of these little Loomian stations, when you click on this thing, you can see it's got summary, nickname, take item. This one has an item with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the speed shard away from it, and then I'm going to reassign it anyways, just so you can see how that's done. So I basically took that shard away. You're going to have it in your inventory automatically right after you get it. But once you do this, look in your items. For some reason, it is here in the medicine category. I thought it would be here in the items, but maybe it would be later. But right here, speed shard. You can take this and you can give. So you take this as a mystery shard collected by defeating a corrupt Loomian, and it increases the speed. So what we can do is we do give, click on give, and then click on the one that you want to give it to. So let's see, right now, say I'm going to give it to my Dusket instead. So there we go. Now my Dusket has that shard, and he's got the special ability that goes with the shard. So it's definitely worthwhile to seek out those corrupted Loomians, because those ones give you an item, and the item can help you later in battle. Okay guys, so I hope that has been helpful to you. I've explained how to get the starters, how to find Dusket, where Route 4 is, how to get booster tokens, how to identify your type, how to tell the size, how to evolve, how to view advanced stats, how to get gleaming, and how to use your items, and so much more. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that has been helpful for you. If you have any more questions, just let me know in the comments, and I will try to help you figure out an answer. Thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you guys later.